What's up, guys? My name is Michael Lin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to upsolve the Codeforces round 665. So I wasn't actually able to solve any problem this round, so I did pretty terrible. But I did upsolve I was very close to solving the first problem. But yeah, I did upsolve that earlier because I just realized I just had a bug in my code. The reason why I failed that. But yeah, that was just because I got a mod by 2 or something and check the parity of both of them. But yeah, now I'm gonna basically try to upsolve the rest of the problems, and then if we can do that, we will do that. All right. Um, if you guys are wondering, I'm really tired right now, so yeah, it is 12 a.m. But the live stream gotta continue, and yeah. Anyhow, let's look at this problem. I know it's kind of really strange that I keep live streaming at different times and like if issues like that, and like yeah, I know I'm not being really consistent with times, but I really want to try to start live streaming in the morning for me, which would be like 6 o'clock for you guys. But yeah, I really want to live stream in the morning instead of doing it at like very late at night. But yeah, I couldn't live stream the past 2 days. Sorry guys, but yeah, so that's why I'm trying to today. I could have put off the live stream, but I wanted to continue doing it. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see. Let me pop out the chat. Let's get back to it. Okay. You're given two sequences: A1 up to A1 up to A n, and then B1 up to B n. They're 0, 1, 2. The numbers are 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the number of elements 0, 1, or 2 is x1, y1, and z1. Okay, so that's for A. Number of elements of 0, 1, 2 in B is x2, y2, z2. Okay, so now we could rearrange them. You could rearrange and you know, be like you want to basically you're multiplying them. If the index of A is greater than B, then multiply 0 if they're the same, C if they're if A of I is less than B of I. Okay, so if the first array is less than the second one, second array's value you multiply and you make it negative. Okay. We want to sum them all up as large as possible. Okay, what is the maximum possible sum? Maximum possible sum, isn't it just isn't it just AI times B of I for AI is greater than B of I? Can we just use this the whole time? Because if we get, can we fill all the initially fill them all with 2s and 1? So fill all the values in A with 2s until we have no more, and then fill all the values with no, you don't want to fill it with 1s. Okay, so you want to fill the values of A's with all 2s, then B's all 1s, right? So then you can multiply them. So that would make this positive, right? AI times B of I. Once we're done with that, like let's say our number of 2s are like completely gone, we should then fill them up with the same number. So like if we don't have any more 2s for A, fill up with 1s, right? Or fill it up with the number of, because okay, so if you have no more A's, like if you have no more 2s, right? So if I fill it up with 2s and then the rest put 1s, that'll get me 0, right? So if I fill them up with like 2s and then 1s, and then B is filled with 1s also, because they're the same number, it'll be 0, right? So then I would have like a maximum value of A 2 times 1, that number of times for 1s and 2s, and then zeros for the rest. I don't want to have cases where it's 1 and then 2, right? Because then that'll be negative. And if it becomes negative, you're losing this total sum. We want the maximum sum. So I propose that like we try our best not to use this. Try not to have a case where the current value of your A value is less than B. All right. So let's actually read in the number of test cases and read that in first. So let's try that. Okay, so we have x1, y1, z1. Okay, so x1, y1, z1. x1, y1. Actually, we shouldn't call it x1, y1, z1. We should call it number of zeros, ones, and twos. So first is number of 0, 1s, and 2s for A, and then the next one's B, right? Well, let's see. Each has 2 lines. First one is 0, 1, 2. Number of terms in A, and the second one is number of 0, 1s, and 2s in B. Okay, so let's call it num1s, num2s. Oh, I just forgot it. Num0s, num1s, num2s. Num0s, num1s, num2s. Yeah. So that's that. Let's take this out. It's called num0s, num1s, num2s. And then let's do, so this is for A. We want a B one, so let's do like let's copy this and do the same thing for B. So like, this one is called like B num0s. Yeah, B num0s, B num1s, B num2s. Right. What's the problem? Okay, yeah, I'll take these, and then I read in these. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now once we read in those, let's think. So I want to fill them up with A's. No. I want to fill up initially with the value of A's with all the 2's first. Right, and then all the 1's. I'm actually going to get a pen to try to look at this. So I'm going to draw this out with my sketchbook. Just working. Oh, it works. Oh, okay. Wait, hold up. Where's my mouse? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go to open sketchbook, and I'm going to try to draw this out. So if we have like, so our A, I hope you guys can see this. No, you guys can't see that. Okay, so our A currently has 2 zeros, 3 1s, 2 2s, right? So 2 zeros, 3 1s, 2 2s. And then our B has 2 zeros, 3 1s, and 2 zeros. No. 3 zeros, 3 1s, 1 2. Okay, 3 zeros, 3 1s, 1 2. Okay, so if you don't guys, my bad. Okay, so this is zeros, num0s, num1s, num2s. Okay, so if let's see. So let's look at their optimal solution. They have 2 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 2 2 2 1 1 0. So let's try approach where we just fill them all with 2's first. So like I'll have my array. So this is like the number of 1s, 0s, and 2's. What if I have like my array like this? So this is my A, and this is my B. This is the actual array now. So what if I fill them all up with 2's first? So like fill 2 2, and then the B's I fill with 1 1. So then that gets these away. So now this is like 0. Yeah, the 1's will now become 3 minus, there's 2, I put 2 1s, so this is going to be like 1. Yeah, so now when we're done with all zeros, all 2's, our sum is going to be 2 2 plus 2, right? So that'll be 4. We need the ones with, let's see. We need, so it's good if we have the zeros, but we want to pair the zeros with the, so it's bad if we have, so for A, if we have a number where the number is A of I, like the value of the current value is greater than B of I, right? That's good, right? So the 2s and 1s, we don't want the case where A of I is less than B of I. So that's bad. So what if we fill them up with, so the cases where it's like, for this possible is like if it's, I don't know, 1, 2, so like A would be 1, B would be 2, right? Another one would be like 0, 1, right? That'll be bad. Wait, no. Yeah, 0, 1 would be bad. Let's see, what other case can that be? So what if I fill them up, like try to avoid these cases, like having a 1 and then a 2 and then a 0 and a 1. So for that, let's try to, for all the 1s, what if we pair them up with like zeros? So like if I have, so I have 3 1s left. What if I pair them up with zeros to avoid the 2? So I want to avoid pairing a 1 with a 2, right? The number of 1s with 2. So if I could put all the 3s with 0, so I have like, so I have 3 1s, all the 1s, I'm going to put it, so now it's down to 0. All the 1s, I'm going to pair them with the 3 zeros, so I'm going to have 0, 0, 0, right? So that's down to 0. So I'll get rid of this scenario where we have a 0 and then a 1, right? Oh, no. You're still going to have a 0. You could have 0, 1, 0, 2. Yeah, this is also a bad scenario. We don't want that. So these are no-nos. So this is no, this is bad. So if we have a case like this is bad. What could we do? Anyone in the chat, by the way? Oh, hi, guys. You code in light theme? Yeah, I code in light theme. I don't like dark theme. It's kind of like, I don't know, I find dark theme kind of strange. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay, so cases where it's like 1, 2, 0, 1, 0, 2 is bad because it's less than it. So let's try to avoid this. So 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So that gets rid of the case of zeros and 1s. But now we're going to be left with zeros, 1s, and I have 1, 2. So that's bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's see. Zeros. What if I pair? Yeah, okay. I could pair the zeros with the 2s. So I could pair like wow. I need to erase now because this is way too much. Okay. So now, again, I could pair a 0 with a 2. So then now I don't have to deal with this scenario. I don't want to deal with this. So I want to pair with, but I have no more 2s. Dang. For A, I don't have any more 2s. Because if you pair, oh no, wait. If you pair a 0 and a 2, no, this is fine. This is actually good. Never mind. So this is actually good. These two cases are actually good because they said that if A is less than B, we were multiplying them and making it negative, right? So this gets you negative AI times BI, right? And because there's 0, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect us, right? Because if it's negative 0 times 1, it's still going to be 0. So that's not going to decrease our sum at all, our total sum. So yeah, I'll be fine. So I'm going to pair a 0, all the zeros with A's with values greater than it. So I'll pair like a number 0, it's top 0. So I'll put 2 zeros. I'll pair it with, how many do I have left? Oh, yeah. 2 zeros pair with 1, 1, 1. and then 1, 2. Okay, so I think that's fine. So that will give us this down to 0. This gets down, number 2's go down to 0. This goes down to 0. Okay, so then our sum would be 2 times 1 plus 2 times 1 plus a bunch of zeros. So that would give us 4. Okay. So I think we have a good unique solution, actually. So plan is that I'm guessing, I'm not like completely sure yet, but we pair the number 2's with 1's. So pair all the pairs for A, pair all the 2's with 1's. B, and then if we have no more 2's left, we're gonna pair all the 1's with 0's, and then all the 0's with the values that are greater. Okay. So that's what I think is a decent solution. Let's look at another. Before we start coding it up, let's look at another case. Let's see, 401 to 230. Let's look at that. So we have 401 and 230. So I'm gonna clear this image actually. Oh, actually, let's see. Can I minimize this? Oh, I can. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize this, and I'm going to move it. Let's see. It's actually pretty cool. Damn. How do I move things? No, I can't do that. That's not right. I'll just clear it. Screw it. Clear. Okay. So let's look at another case. So right now I'm thinking it's paired 2's with 1's, 1's with 0's, and then 0's with the values greater. Right. So this is my idea. Let's draw it out in pseudocode. So pair 0's, pair 2's with 1's. So A 2's with B 1's, and then pair 1's with 0's. Then pair 0's with anything greater than 0. So this is my idea first. I don't know if it's right. So this would be like a greedy approach, I think. So let's look at another case. We have 401 230. Let's look at that. 40. That's okay. A 4 0 1. It's not. These are not array values, by the way. Let's see. Edit, redo. So for A, we have 4. Then we have 0 1. 2 3. B, we have 2 3. 2 3 and a 0. Okay, so 2 3 and a 0. Okay, so now we have num zeros. So this is num z. I'll put num z as num z's. Num 1, num 1's, num 2's. Okay, so let's create our array. So if I pair all the 2's, so I have 2's, pair 2 with a number of 1's, just 3 of them. Okay, so I'm done with 2's. So what should I do next? Try to pair the number of 1's with 0's. So if I have 4's, okay, I don't have any more 1's, so that's a problem. I have 4 0's, and I have 2 and a 3 for the number of 1's. Okay, so I don't think it would matter at this point. So I have 4 zeros, so for these are all zeros. Whatever I put here wouldn't matter. All right, I have 0 0. So let's say I got rid of all 4 zeros. 2 zeros, 1. So 2 zeros, so we got 2 zeros. 3 1's. Yeah, that wouldn't matter, because your ending would still be 0. This would just get you 2 times 1 plus, you multiply these together, then you just get zeros. So that'll just give it 2. Let's see, is that the right answer? Yeah, okay, that is 2. Let's look at our third option. What and see what that gives us. So before we start jumping into different conclusions, I'll minimize this. Oh wow, Google Sketchbook is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Let's see. How do I move? Oh, that's how I move it. Okay. Learn how to use Google Sketchbook also. Okay, so let's look at the third case, which has 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. This pen is a little difficult to use. 0, 0, and 1. And B is 0, 0, 1 also. So now this is num-z's, num1, num2. So let's see. Let's see. Pair twos with ones. So let's try with our same approach. So if I pair twos with ones, so I have 2 here. I don't have any ones. I don't have any zeros. So if we don't have any ones and zeros, we should pair it with 2s, because that's our last option, right? So pair twos with ones. I don't have any more ones. I don't have zeros, so I'll pair it with 2. So I'll pair it 2 with 2. And then that's it. So then because these are equal, 2 is equal to 2, it's going to get us to 0, right? So then it would be 0, I think. Yeah, so that gets to 0. Okay, so I think I have an idea how to do it. I'm not totally sure, but let's try coding it up. I have 2 videos simultaneously on your channel. What does that mean? Yeah, I'll make a series on dynamic programming. Actually, we could actually start with matrix exponentiation. So it's something that Ricto did. And we could actually do problems like that, because that is a good dynamic programming exercise. I might explain that. But yeah, what do you mean by 2 simultaneous videos, 2 videos simultaneously on your channel? I don't know what you mean by that. I could go to my channel right now. Let's see. Yeah, nah. I'm just gonna keep coding. Okay, let's code this up. So we have number zeros and number ones. So let's create 2 arrays. Both have value. Do we have n? We need to input n actually. The second line of each test case, a number of zeros and ones. So we don't have a final n. Do we have a final n? Yeah, I don't know how I would pair the... Okay, so if we don't have a final n, then I guess let's just create two vectors. Okay, so 2 vectors a and b. So we don't have a final n, so let's just go through the number of zeros. So while not number of zeros. For a, let's go through the number of 2's. So while number 2 is greater than 0, number 2 is minus minus. So this is for a, and I'm going to push back a 2. And then for b, I'm going to push back a 1. So let's see. Both of these, I'm going to do this. So while num 2's and then b num 1's are also greater than 0. So while they're both for a, number of 2's is greater than 0. For b, number 1's greater than 0. I'm going to push back. For b, I'm going to push back a 1. And then I'm going to do b num 1's minus minus. Okay. that gets rid of that case. So that gets rid of the case for us when we have 2's with 1's. So let's say we're actually down to a factor where there's no more 1's. So like so we have like there's a few cases we have to deal with. So if I pair 2's with 1's, so let's say I pair 2's with 1's. If we have no more 1's, what should we do? If we have no more 1's, we should pair it with, what should we pair 2's with? Yeah, I don't think it would matter at that point. If you have no more 2's, you would pair it with 1's, right? No, okay, so if let's say I'm done with all the 2's, then, wait, okay. No, you don't, let's think again. Okay, so for A, this is A, and this is B. I'm going to pair the 2's with 1's. If I'm done, for B, if I'm done with the 1's, so let's say this goes down to 0, right? I should pair the number of 2's with 0. 0 or, so 1 is down. I could pair with 0 or I could pair with 2. Because regardless, whatever I choose, 0 or 2, right, it's going to still get me to 0. So that's good. That's good because I want to maximize the sum. I don't want any negatives, right? The only bad part is negatives. So if there are no more 1's or 0's, I just pair it up with, I don't know, 1's or 2's, right? So for A, let's see. Yeah, okay, so if there's no more, so after this while condition, assuming there's still more let's see, how would you code this up? I have the idea of how to do it. I'm trying to think how to code this up. Oh, there's 2 streams? I didn't know that. Maybe I'll delete 1 stream. Thanks for the information, guys. Let's see. Oh, wow. I do have 2 streams. Huh. Okay. It's kind of strange. Which one am I live streaming right now on? Okay, that's really weird. I'm going to delete 1 live stream then. Delete forever. Alright, so this one, so yeah, I'm deleting the second one. Can you guys still see me, by the way? I'm not even sure. Thanks for the notice, by the way. Huh. Make a video. Oh yeah, I'll make a series on dynamic programming. But anyway, so back to this. If we're done with the 2's, we got to pair it with the 2's or the 1's. So at this point, if this while loop is done, while b number of 2's is greater than 0, let's push back push back 2's and then push back 1's. So for B, we'll push back 2's, B 2's, push back 2, and then B dot push back, yeah, push back 2's, and then we'll push back 1's. Okay, so now we're done with that. After we're done with the 2's and 1's, I think this is assuming that A still has 2's, right? So this is assuming that A still has 2's. If it doesn't though, so like if number of, okay, yeah, so for here, we should do like num2, while num2 is still greater than 0. Wait, no. Yeah. We need num2s is still greater than 0. So yeah, this is assuming, so above was assuming that the number of 2's, we're pushing a 2 and a 1, right? When we get down to a point where the number of 2's, we still have leftover 2's, right? But we have no more 1's. So that's why we're going to do this part where we're still pushing back the 2's, but we're pushing back whatever's left there pretty much. So here I'm going to push back 2. For B, I'm going to push back 2 also. And then we'll push back 1 after that. So we could choose whatever at this point. So yeah, we'll have to do num2s minus. This one, we do the same thing. So when num2s is still greater than 0, then we'll push back A, will push back 2. And then the number of 1's, we'll push back a 1. Yeah, B to push back, we push a 1 onto it. A, we're pushing a 2 on it. Num2s minus. Okay, so now at this point, we are done with this 3 different conditions, right? So all the 2's are gone. Either all the 2's are gone, and for whatever reason, I think all the 2's would be gone, because we did all the cases where this is the case. So now let's pair all the 1's with 0's. So if there is a 0, while 1 is greater than 0, then we'll pair it with 0. Yeah, and then if the 0 is still 0's, we'll pair it like a 1 or 2. So you're just pair whatever left. Yeah, so I know my code is going to be a little bit messy, but for now, it's going to be like probably 6 while loops. Right. Okay, so here we're going to do, of course, they're all like O of 1, not O of n, like time complexity, because we're just going through the number of 1's and 0's. All right. Yeah, let's pair this. So while number of 1's is greater than 0, we're going to pair with 0's. So B num 0's. So now we're going to do A dot pushback a 1, and then B dot pushback a 0. And then we're going to subtract the number of 1's, and then we'll subtract the number of 2, no, not number 2, B's number of 0's. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do the same thing next. So let's say now we're done with the 0's of B. We don't want to pair a 1 with a 2. That's bad. So if we're done with 0's, we could pair it with 1 and 1, because then we're going to have a total of 0. But yeah, we could do that. So at this point, let's do a while number of, so we do the same thing here. Then we do number, and this instead, if we're done with all the 0's, we have to do the number of 1's. Num B, num 1's. We're going to push a 1. Yeah, okay, so we're going to push a 1, right? Both, we don't want to push a 2, because that would be bad. Assuming, would we still have 2's at this point? I'm trying to go through all the scenarios. I don't think number 2's, 0's. Do we have to push all the, how many numbers do we have to push all the numbers? Let's see. We're going to rearrange both A and B anywhere you like. There's a sequence of C as follows. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 6, 7. So are there 7 elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 elements. Okay, so yeah. So there's seven elements. So yeah, I think it's fine for now. I'm not sure when the next case, whatever case afterwards wouldn't work. So we're done with the zeros and ones. Okay, let's look at another one where we have. So currently we paired every 1 with a 0 or a 1 with a 1, right? So let's say our number of 1s are done. Then after that we just pair with 0 or anything greater than 0. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So while number of zeros is greater than 0 and number of 1s be num1s. Honestly, 2s or 1s, it really doesn't matter. We could say 2s, then we just push back a 0, and then num zeros minus minus. B dot pushback 1, num 1s minus, B num 1s minus minus. Okay. Then we do the same thing. We pair the zeros with 1s and 2s. So this is B num 2s. Okay, so now num zeros, so this is going to be 2. Okay, so we paired a 0 with 1, and then we paired a 0 with a 2. Okay. Yeah, I think this would be fine. So I think at this point it should be fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the size of both of them. I'm guessing that they're going to have the same size. I'm not totally sure though. And I'm just going to multiply them together. So I'm going to do like sum equals 0. Sum plus equal to a at I multiplied by b at I. If they have different lengths, that would be pretty bad. But hopefully everything works out. I should put parentheses in case if something bad occurs, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's look at this and let's test this out. Four, 2, 4. Okay, that's bad. Oh no, that's right. 4, 2. 4, 2 is right. I think 4, 2 is right. Yeah, 4, 2 is right. The third one is bad because we have to actually check if they're the same. So if a at I is equal to b at I, then we actually sum up to 0. Actually, it's better if we just don't sum it. If they're not equal. So if they're not equal, we'll sum it. If they're equal, we don't sum it. So yeah, that's actually much easier to read. Okay, so let's go through here. And oh no, I don't want to sum it just yet. I just want to test this out. So ideally it should 4, 2, 0. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. Let's try submitting. So if we break something, let's see if we break something. Wrong answer at 2. Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm looking at. Found -2, expected -2, found 0. So if it is possible to have negatives. Yeah, okay, so it is possible to have negatives. So if it's possible to have negatives, because what I was doing, I was trying to maximize it as possible. That means that there are cases where so let's see. Okay, so I pair 2 with a 1, then I pair 2 with a 2, then I also pair a 2 with a, why do I repeat 1 again? Wait, why did I do this again? I don't think this is right. Why did I pair 2 with a 1 again? Oh, wait. B num 1s, num 2s. Num 2s, B num 1s. I should pair 2 with a 0. Right? Because we have 2s. Okay, this was wrong. This should be a 2 with a 0. B num 0s. Why is this here first? Whoops. Okay, num 0s. B num 0s. Okay, so we have 2, 2, 2, 1. Pair 2 with a 1, pair 2 with a 2, pair 2 with a 0. Now we have a 1. We're going to pair 1 with a 0. We'll pair 1 with a 1. 0 with a 1. Did I already pair 0 with a 1? Okay, so yeah. Pair 0 with a 2. Wait, no. Pair 0 with a 1, pair 0 with a 2. Okay, so there are cases where you could have pair 1 with a 2. So we still need to pair 1 with a 2. So there are still cases where you have to pair 1 with a 2. So in that case, I'll put that at the end. All right. So at the very end, we'll see you pair 1 with a 2. So B num 2s. Okay. So we pair 1 with a 2. Yeah. So yeah, at the very end. So that's like the very last piece. So if all the cases don't work, we'll pair 1 with a 2 at the end. So that should get rid of the second issue that we had. But I'm not completely sure yet. Wrong answer on 2. What's the problem? Expect negative found 2. How did I get even greater? I have no idea. I don't want to go through all 200 of this. Okay. There's something wrong with my code. I think my general algorithm kind of makes sense though, if you think about it. I think it's time to just look at the editorial actually, because this is definitely just a coding issue, and I'm pretty sure what I'm doing makes sense though. I think the editorial would have like a pairing 2 with 1s also. It kind of makes sense. So let's look at the editorial. You can find a kind of negative 2, 0, 2. So 1, 2, yeah, okay. So if it's 1 and 2, your sum is negative 2. 2 is only if there's A 2, B is 1, otherwise C is 0. Yeah, so we have to make pairs 1, 2 as little as possible. So that's what I was saying. And pairs 2, 1 as much as possible. To do this, we first pair 1, make 1, 0, 0, 2, 2, 1 as much as possible. After that, pairing the remaining values doesn't affect the sum. That's what I was doing. First, make 1 and 0 a pair. First, make 1 and 0 a pair. Why? Wait, first make 1, 0 a pair. That gets, because that gets rid of number 1s. I mean, we could do that. I mean, it's not. Okay, so originally I was going to do two 1s first, but if they say put 0, 1 0 pair first, so I guess we're doing that first. I don't understand how that makes a difference though. 1 0 first, and then 0 2. 0 2. I don't even think I paired a 0 with a 2. Oh, no, I did. 0 2. Wait. 0, yeah, 0 2. Then the rest don't make any, then the rest don't do anything. Then pair all the 2 1s. 1 0 pair, 0 2 a pair, 2 1 as much as possible. Yeah, after that pairing. Huh, okay. So then after that, the sum doesn't matter. So we add zeros for them. So I guess we don't actually need all the rest of these cases based on what they're saying. So we can just take these out because then we're going to have zeros. 1 0, 0 2, 2 1. 0 2 will get you to 0 2 is a pair of 2 zeros. That removes your zeros. Remove your 1s. So to maximize the number of 2s, they're removing all the 1s first, all the zeros for A, and then they're pushing all the 2s. So I think let's run this. See if this works. Did I get it out of bounds? No, I got a still wrong answer. What is the problem? -2 found 0. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Zero, 2, 2, 1. Oh, are we summing it up wrong? That might be an issue. Hold up. Okay, let's just make sure that our summing it up is right. So let's say if let's do this like, let's actually follow this. So if it's greater, let's do sum it out like this. If it's equal, oh yeah, our issue, yeah, okay. So if it's equal, we'll sum it up like this. We sum 0, so we just do 0. Else, if A at I is less than B at I, we sum the negative of this. So we sum the inverse, not inverse, what am I saying? This is not number theory. Okay, this, negative this. Yeah, okay, we should be negative A times B. Okay, so let's see if this actually changes the test cases, because I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. Let's see. How you guys doing in the chat, by the way? Still wrong answer. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Expected -2 found 0. How? Pairing the number of zeros and ones. Pair 1s and 0s first. Pair 0s and 1s. 0s and 2s. Push 1s and 0s. Push 2s and 1s. Yeah? 1 0 0 2s 1 0 2s 1s. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. All right, let's look at one of their codes. Huh? So they're not even adding. What? So they're not even. Oh my gosh. They're doing it by mathematically. Wow. Okay, so then they're not even actually simulating the problem. They're just. Okay, we'll play by your rules. We'll play by your games. Your rules, your games. Okay. We'll play by them. We'll play by this. We'll play by this. Okay. Whoops. I just don't. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why my code is wrong. But okay. Let's do it mathematically then. Let's try not to look at their code. All right. Let's not look at this. All right. So if we're doing it mathematically, we need to get the pair of the number of ones and the number of ones and the number of 1 and 0. Wait. Yeah, 1 and 0. Wait, hold up. What did I say? Ones and zeros. Yeah, 1, 0, 0, 2, and then 2, 1. Okay, so 1, 0. So let's do is equal to the minimum of num ones, num b num zeros, and then we subtract this number of ones by the minimum value. Okay. Now we want to pair the number of zeros with twos. So let's do minimum of num zeros and num twos, b num twos. Twos minus equal to m. So now we have twos. Okay, so pair zeros with twos. And then pair the twos with num ones. Okay, so then now we just do min of num. I don't know. I feel like. Okay. Num twos with the number of ones. So yeah, so b num ones. B num ones. How did they sum it up in the end though? Just 2 times the number of 2 times ones. I'm curious, how did they sum them up in the end? Sum 2 times the number of ones. Yeah, that does make sense. That actually does make sense. So for the number of twos and ones for this case, sum would be, so originally sum is 0, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so sum 0. Sum is going to be equal to 2 times the number, 2 times m. Right? Because this is the number of twos and ones, the minimum number of twos and ones for B's. And then if you take the minimum, that'll be the number of groups that you could possibly make. So yeah. And then after you subtract it, yeah. What do they do here though? They subtract the minimum of x1 and y2. Oh. Oh. After all this is done, we have to subtract the minimum number of ones. Subtract the number of ones and the B's number of twos. 2 times that, though. Is that what they said? 2 times? Why? Why do you have to multiply by 2? Oh, because like 1 and 2. The minimum number of ones and twos are the number of groups, and then you multiply by 2 because that's the actual sum of the actual product of 1 times 2. Right, so this is the number of groups of ones and twos you could possibly have for A's, ones and twos, and you multiply by the actual sum. But okay, yeah, this definitely would work now. But yeah, let's see if this works. Should ideally work now. But yeah, I don't know why my original code didn't work. I feel like this is actually easier than problem A. Because problem A, that was way more mathematical difficulty. I don't know. Yeah, okay, now that works. Okay. All right, guys, it's 1 a.m. Rate, comment, subscribe. Tomorrow I might actually do a way longer live stream. I might actually do like a live. Maybe what if I do like a 5-hour live stream? Yeah, that'll be something. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. All right. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll think about it. But yeah, tomorrow I might actually do the Ad Coder contest. Oh wait, crap! Ad Coder starts at 8, so yeah, I should go to bed by now. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do live stream right after the Ad Coder contest, and I'll try to upsolve those. Then I'm gonna go back and try to upsolving other previous just other previous problems. I should go over matrix exponentiation actually one time, because that is pretty cool. And binary search. Oh, they have problems on binary search now. Let's look at IMO's problem, binary search. We should do problems of segment tree. You know? Now we have binary search problems. That's pretty good. You know what? I'll go over these, okay? One day I'm going to go over these. I will go over these. I will go over suffix array, segment tree, and then binary search. All right? So, and then we'll do these problems with you guys. But yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll check you guys later. Tomorrow I'm going to live stream way longer than before. It might be at a different time. Probably be like right after the Ad Coder contest. So for me, it would be like 9 a.m. Eastern, and that's in India time. That's 2 p. India. That would be 6:30 p.m. Yeah, so I'm gonna live stream again. For you guys, it will seem like I'm live streaming at 6 p.m. For me, I am live streaming in the morning. So, yeah, different time zone, guys. It's pretty cool. It's lit. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll check you guys later. Peace.